Welcome everybody to my channel, Hard Luck Motorcycle. Today we are here in the frozen tundra of Minnesota, and I have a little treat for you guys, which you obviously know by now by looking at the thumbnail and title of the video. We're here in my garage, a corner of it anyway, and it's been cold, but I can't wait any longer. I'm excited and want to do this project. So today we are going to do an installation video, and my new friends at Custom Dynamics hooked me up with a few things for my bike, the 2020 Indian Challenger. So here it is, the new Custom Dynamics LED Bagz. It's the new lights for the back of the bike that work as a turn signal and a brake and a running light. And I'm very excited to be able to put these on my bike and really light it up so people see you. So we're going to get started here. It's not going to be too difficult. The new these new lights come with everything that you need to install it. It has a quick connector that plugs into your existing lights, your existing wiring harness, so there shouldn't be any splicing or wiring that you need to do. And I'll show you what we need for the installation today. Alright, so this is what we will need for the installation today. We get the LED Bagz kit. It has your lights, your connectors for your wiring harness, all that good stuff. We have a pair of snips here for the zip ties that are used to hold the wiring along the inside of the bag. This is your tool kit that comes with the Indian Challenger. All you should need out of that tool kit is the large key here. That is to take off your bags from the bike and to take your seat off. Then we have some 3M adhesive. It's a tape primer. You don't necessarily need this, but I like to use this when I'm using 3M double-sided sticky tape that you don't want coming off. So this is just to help the double-sided tape for this stick onto the bike permanently, or more permanently. And then got some Windex here. That's just to wipe down areas of the bike where we're going to be sticking stuff on. Windex, or usually some kind of alcoholic wipes or something like that, work well, just to make sure you have a clean surface. Alright, so we have my 2020 Indian Challenger right here. We're going to take off the bags. I'll show you what you need to do. It's very simple, and we'll just go step by step through this. I haven't done it yet. I haven't really looked at it. I kind of glanced over the instructions that came with the Easy Bags. Like I said, it should all be plug and play, so this should be fairly simple. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we got to take the bags off. If you have the saddlebag speakers here, you're going to have to disconnect your speaker from your bike before you can remove your saddlebag. So let's do that now. Alright, in order to disconnect your saddlebag speakers, you got to remove your cover. To remove your cover, you grab it up at the front here and gently give it a pull out. You got two tabs up front and one tab in the rear. So you can see we have two different connectors here, a small one and a large one. And just give that a little pull. That comes out easily. And for this one, you press in the tab here, give it a little pull, and it'll come right off. So you have two connectors. That is for your saddlebag speaker. That needs to be disconnected before you unbolt your saddlebag. Alright, now that we got the saddlebag unplugged for the speakers, we have a bolt right here. That's for the seat. There's one on each side. We have to be able to remove the seat to get to the wiring harness underneath the seat that we will be connecting our new LED lights too. So now we're going to finish removing the saddlebag here. We'll open this lid back up. And we'll finish taking out these 2 bolts. Once we have those 2 bolts off, we can close the saddlebag and remove it. The next step, it says that we should test fit the saddlebag lights. Alright, so the area where my lights are going to fit, I got that wiped down. I haven't sprayed it yet because I'm not ready to install the sticky tape. But we're going to open this up and take a look here at our lights. Thank you, Custom Dynamics, for an easy open box. Didn't have to try and cut my hand off opening this thing. So we got the box open here. We got 2 lights, low profile lights. We have zip ties and the mounts for the zip ties for the back of the saddlebag that will hide the wiring. We have the adapter for the wiring harness, so we don't have to do any splicing, which is great because on a brand new motorcycle like this, the last thing I feel like doing is cutting up the wiring harness. So we got the wiring harness here. And the last thing in there, an alcohol wipe. Again, for cleaning the surface before we stick this thing on. That is a nice looking light. So with these lights, you have different options. You have the red light or the smoked light. With my Dark Horse Challenger, I wanted the smoke light. So when the light's off, it shouldn't be that visible. It should blend right in. So with our light here, if you look at the wiring by the connector, we have a black and a purple. And the instructions say that the light with the purple wire is going to go on the left saddlebag. All right, so we're going to start with the left saddlebag here first. We got the left saddlebag. We got it cleaned off where the light is going to go, and the light's going to fit right underneath the lip of the saddlebag here. So we got the alcohol pad that came with it. I'll put that on there. So like I said before, you don't have to use one of these. It's just a 3M primer adhesive that helps the double-sided sticky tape adhere to a surface. I'm going to do this now, especially since it's a little colder in my garage than most normal environments that people are going to be doing this in. So this will just help make sure that it sticks on here really well. And it shouldn't have any effect on the paint or anything like that. So I'm going to take the first light. We know it goes on the left saddlebag because of the purple wiring. We're going to fit it up under here to get an idea of how that is going to go. All right. So I got to go down to about here. So to activate this, it's kind of like a glow stick. You just crack it. And then there's a little brush on the end that the adhesive stuff is going to go into. And with that dry, we should be ready to put on the first light. So again, I got my left side light here. Kind of line it up. Make sure I know where this is going to go before I take that sticker off. So I want this about as close to my lid as possible, but I also don't want my lid to hit it when I close. So as you can see, my lid is closed and has a little flex in it. So I moved it down far enough where when I really shove my lid down, that flex doesn't hit the light here. So I think that looks pretty good. Here we have the double-sided tape. I gotta be careful that I don't get it stuck before I get it in place. So I'm gonna press my lid down. I like how this kind of wraps around with the curvature of the bag. Gotta press it on here. Now if you see here, I said my bag has that little flex to it. When I push that all the way down, it's not moving the light. So I think I got that about perfect, because I don't want that hitting my light. So the right side saddlebag, you're going to see a brown wire, and that'll let you know that you're on the right side again. Obviously we only have one light left, so we should be good. And same thing with this bag here. We have a little bit of flex. It's all the way closed, but you can still push down on it a little bit. All right. So I think right about there is going to be good. All right, so as you can see, there's a little gap here in between my lid and the light. And then when I push down, that gap is gone. But it's not hitting my light. So I think that one is perfect. Custom Dynamics did a great job thinking ahead that to put this disconnector into the wiring harness with the light kit, because no one wants to mess with taking that seat off every time that you take your saddlebags off. It looks like they gave you almost the exact amount of wire for your connector to meet up with the speaker wiring connector. So I think I'm going to connect, they got these little mounts here, and I believe there's 1, 2, 3, so there's 3 mounts for each side. So I'll probably do a mount here, mount in the middle, and a mount at the end. And I'm going to run this wire along with the factory speaker wire to make it all nice and clean and organized. So while I'm cleaning this, if you guys are wondering about these beautiful tarps hanging in my garage, like I said, I live in the frozen tundra of Minnesota, and it is cold. It's been negative 20, negative 30 degrees for the last couple weeks. So instead of waiting for it to warm up, I hung some tarps blocking off a corner of my garage and ran some heaters in here. My garage is insulated but not heated. So running a few heaters, I was able to maintain more heat just in this corner where I'm working instead of trying to heat up my entire garage. So I cleaned the area. I used the alcohol wipe to get anything else off there. We'll open up our zip ties. And all this stuff was included in the LED kit, which is awesome. So as you can see, we got 3 of them here. space it out about equally, like so. Then we'll run the wiring up along here. I'll run the zip tie through it to secure the wire, and then we can do the next bag. So you want to leave things loose until you can kind of mock it up and make sure that everything's exactly how you want it. So right here at the end where it connects to the new LED light, I don't have that super tight. It's not putting any strain on the wire itself, but I don't have a whole lot of slack in there either because I don't want anything to get caught on it. Got those three tight. And again, you have the quick disconnect already built into the harness, which is awesome. So I'm going to run this wire along with the stock speaker wire. All right, so we got both the bags back on. We got the wires zip tied. Now the wire that we need for our brake lights and turn signals is going to be right here. So if we're looking at the bike or sitting on the bike, it's going to be on your right side. If you look down in here, right along the very edge of the frame, this is the guy that we need. So we'll unhook this little wire. As you can see, there's a little hook right there. Unhook that, and we'll give that a little tug, and now that's out. So we'll give this clip a little pull. Kind of hard to do that one hand, but has a nice gasket seal on here. Well, that should come apart. That's your 6-pin connector. And here we have our adapter. So our adapter is going to plug into the stock wiring harness, and then we have 2 extra little split offs here for the wiring. These are speaker wires down on the left side. I think what I'm going to do, we've got an opening in here. So if I zip tie this wire to go along with the speaker wires, so it'll kind of run like this. This quick disconnect should line up with the left side. So when you undo these 3 or these 2 for the speaker, you can see there's a third one that you have to disconnect. And then I will run the wire through the frame on the inside. So that way it should be away from anything that can rub on it, so we don't wear through that wire. So I want these disconnectors all by each other. And then the rest of the wire will be run up through the frame, across the top to our new connector. So we're going to take our new connector wiring. Remember, we disconnected our light wire that was on the right side of the frame of the bike, and it's just a simple plug and play. You get the ends to line up, snaps right in, and there you go. You got the new wire connectors in. So you take a look at the light wire. This one is purple and black. We'll look on our connector here. Here's purple, so we do purple to purple. You hear the snap, that's secure. So here's something that's a little bit different. On the other side, we have a big gap in the frame for the suspension here. On this side, it's almost a solid frame across. Again, I don't want to run my new light wiring on the outside of this frame because my seat will be here and then it's pinched between the seat and the frame. So looking at it, this is our connector for our speaker. There's two of them. There's enough of a hole here where I can run the new light wiring in through that hole of the speaker and back up to the inside, so it's on the inside of the frame and not pinched between the seat and the frame. So I got my light wiring here. We'll see if I can feed it up through the frame and everything else inside, and I got it. So that's not too hard. And then we should have all these connectors in the same area. And we have brown wire to brown wire. And it clicked, so that is secure. We've got the wiring here, we've got the wiring here. We got a lot of extra wire. A lot of extra wire, which is good. I think probably at some point before riding season starts again here, I'll take some extra zip ties and tie these wires up just to clean up the inside of my bike a little bit better. You don't need all these loose wires jiggling about. And here we have our new adapter connectors, and both of them tucked in really nice right there. But it looks good. Doesn't look like I have anything pinched. I'll come back in here and zip tie all this extra wire up before riding season. But right now, let's take a look and make sure these lights work. So here we go. All right, both the left and the right are working for running lights. So it works for a running light. And we'll try turn signal. Right turn signal, left turn signal. Flashing hazards. And we got brake lights. Top brake light, foot brake light. I think that looks pretty awesome. Man, those things are bright. And with it off, you can't hardly tell they're there. They blend in really, really well. So that's it. We got the brand new Custom Dynamics LED bag lights kit installed, and got the smoked lens, which looks great on my Dark Horse. That was a very, very easy install. I'm extremely happy with their light kit. The connectors were perfect. There was no worrying about cutting and splicing. The connector kit did a perfect job. The wires were all great length. Didn't have to worry about way too much wire or not enough wire. The directions were very, very simple, easy to follow. And I think these lights are going to be awesome on the road and really help the bike not only stand out to be a little bit different, but also increase safety by quite a bit by increasing all the light for brakes and turn signals I don't think you can really have too much light when it comes to being seen on the road. But when it looks really good at the same time, well, that's just an added benefit. So again, I want to say thank you to Custom Dynamics. They have been great. Talking with them a few times about getting some different things for my bike. And we will have some more surprises for you guys coming up soon. So this is not the end. Stay tuned to my channel. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I will have some more install videos for some different projects coming up. And hopefully winter won't last much longer so we can get back out riding. I also have a ton of video from last year that I'm still trying to get around to edit. I have my 5,000 plus mile trip across the country that I am working on. It is a beast, having multiple GoPro cameras running 12 plus hours a day on the trip. Plus I had problems with my GoPro microphone and my helmet. So that's been a challenge, trying to edit some of these videos around all my audio loss. So I'm doing the best I can with that. I also have video from Sturgis to get to edit. And so I just have a ton of backlogged video that I need to get working on. And I'm sorry, I'm slow at it, but it will be coming. Along with, like I said, new installation videos for some new projects on the bike. And like I said, hopefully riding season is coming up here. But until then, I'm going to be hiding in the corner of my garage, running my propane heater, trying to get it warm enough to do some of these fun little projects before riding season starts. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hard Luck Motorcycle here, saying thank you, and we'll see you next time.